So this is Carl and I'm Ellie, and together we're walking all of the national waymarked trails of Ireland. We're walking all 42 trails and the Dingle Way is number 19. So we have just left our hostel, which was Rainbow Hostel in Dingle. It was super nice. It's the first place where we stayed that we felt like we were surrounded by other walkers and backpackers and outdoorsy people. So that was really, really cool. It took us, 4 months to stay somewhere where we could talk to people like the whole morning and afternoon about the different walks in the area and the different places to see, and there are people like going in different directions so you could swap tips, and yeah, it's just a really, really nice atmosphere and lovely place. So now we're heading from Dingle to Dunquin. Do I start again?
No, keep walking. Good job, Ellie.
Thanks.
So good. So the issue really is that there's just a bunch of shells across it.
So we've come to Kerry in August because it's getting on in the year and we wanted to make sure that we came to Kerry when the weather was still kind of semi-agreeable at least, and maybe that we'd meet other walkers and stuff. However, August is like really, really busy, like super touristy, and it's just kind of a bit too overrun. We go down into Dingle and be like, okay, we'll go for a walk around. Like we don't need to buy anything because we don't have to spend money, but at least we can have a look. But even just trying to you can't window shop because there are too many people trying to get in and out, or too many cars trying to like turn around on this tiny street, or yeah, it just wasn't really all that much fun, unfortunately. Even the people who are working in the hostel said that this is probably the busiest August they've ever seen in Dingle this year. So, oops, the weather's been pretty changeable, so I'm hoping we won't get too wet over the next few days when we finish the trail, but we'll see.
I feel very like 1800s petticoats kind of bring it back.
So we are somewhere between Ventry and Dunquin, and it's like absolutely spectacular. Kind of mixture of roads and off track like this, with cliffs everywhere and mountain views. Yeah, really nice. like still a fairly high percentage of road walking, but like very, very, very beautiful area. It's super nice. There's quite a few like ring forts or tombs and cairns and stuff in the area. There's plenty of signs so you know where they are. Lots. And plenty of donation buckets, I think, as well. But anyway, yeah, it's been a gorgeous afternoon, evening. It's a little late. We're going slow. It's too beautiful. We can see Dingle the whole way back over a peninsula, which is quite nice. But just the cliffs themselves are like amazing.
These are Ireland's highest mountains. Sorry.
I'm looking forward to getting there. It'll be amazing, I'm sure. And long. Yeah, so we're almost halfway through, or we're kind of like roughly halfway through this walk, which has kind of been like, it's a long walk, so it's kind of a surprise to get here so quickly, or to get halfway already. I guess we've been taking it in kind of nice, easy stages, so that does help. Pacing yourself. It's only taken us 4 months to realise that might be a factor to, you know, like productive walking.
So, it is now our 4th day on the Dingle Way, I think. It's our 5th day on the Dingle Way. We are now in a place called Dunquin, or Dunquin. We're very, very, very west here. This is about as westerly as Ireland gets, and so almost as westerly as Europe gets, as long as you don't count Iceland. So the weather is not amazing. We actually had to take a day yesterday because it rained for 24 hours straight.
We ran to the Thompson Children Oriel Cup in the 4-man name, both champions of Kerry. Conor is after escaping from the front of us here. Must be getting too wet for him, is it?
And we just decided that was going to be a terrible idea, so we camped yesterday for a full day. And now it is 1 o'clock, it's actually quite late, and now we're going to walk to a place called Fiona, I think. Fiona? A place. It should only be about 20 kilometers, but we have no idea where we're going to stay again. And I think it's going to have really incredible views when we get slightly closer to the ocean, because we can only see about 200 meters ahead of us. So, go. not possible. So, it's the end of our 5th day on the trail. We didn't go quite as far as we wanted. I mean, only about 4 kilometres, 5 kilometres away from where we meant to end up. But we didn't get there. And unfortunately, tomorrow is meant to be the hardest stage of the trail. Anyway, it was already meant to be 29 kilometres, and now we have an extra 5. And it's all across Mount Brandon, which is a 900-metre mountain. Anyway, I'm sure it's going to be great. It's just now we have to walk 34 kilometres tomorrow. And I think the weather's meant to be worse than today, so a bit of a hard day. But the walking was super good. Really, really, really enjoyable. A lot of beach walking, like a lot of off-road. I have good memories of the walking today. If you're going to do this trail, I would recommend doing it in good weather and like setting aside probably 10 days, even though it's only a 7-day walk, so that you can take time when the weather inevitably gets worse to sit at your campsite and be like, okay, we're not going to walk today. Because it really changes a lot around here, and it's just not that much fun, like being completely battered all the time by everything. That was around time. Anyway, so we're at a campsite now, eating lovely fruitcake, and we're about to watch the Bouldering World Cup, which should be fun. And then we're going to go to bed, and we're going to get up super duper early tomorrow.
Brandon, and then over towards Cloghane, Mount Brandon area. So it should be a big walk today, and we can see the rain coming towards us. So we're hoping to get like as far as possible, like towards the beautiful sunshine behind us, and away from all the misty horrendousness that's behind Carl. So we're working our way up the mountains, and it's absolutely amazing. We've like really great views. We can see like where we came from today and where we came from like 2 days ago, pretty much like looking as far back as possible into the mist and the rain. it's kind of, when you have heights like this, it's really cool. You feel like, I don't know, a real sense of accomplishment. You're like, oh yeah, I've walked like the whole way from further than I can see, which is a really, really nice feeling. So we have a big climb ahead of us, and there are plenty of like warnings that not to do this in bad weather. So we're going to try and kind of scurry up it while the sun is shining. I could definitely see that if we had the same kind of like levels of mist and rain that we had like yesterday morning or a couple of days ago, like we wouldn't be able to see the next Elvis, the next way marker. So I could definitely see why that would be ill-advised. You'd be wandering around lost for hours, I'm sure. So, yeah. So we thought we had just reached the top of our climb, which was pretty like sustained anyway, and we have to go like up more. And the rain's kind of chasing us, so we should
It really is. That's some pretty serious walking. Oh my god.
look.
That's the Ohm stone there.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so we've made it to the height that we'll reach today. Oh, it's just started. So as we were climbing, the clouds were forming around us and it was pretty incredible. So just as we reached the peak, you could see over and see this incredible view behind me. You can see actually the entire North Kerry Way from here, which we did last week. Kind of up along the far beach and then along that head. And you can kind of see Tralee in the elbow here. It's amazing. This is an Ohm stone from, I want to say, about 600 BC. No, I mean AD. About 600 AD. Because there's an inscribed cross on this. I have no idea what the Ohm says because I'm not a total nerd. But Ohm, if you don't know, is an ancient alphabet. The defining feature of the alphabet is that the words and letters are carved into corners of stones like this. So you can see a few notches here. No idea what they mean, but there you go. So now, what's left for us today is to walk down, which hopefully we can do safely, and then get to our hostel for the night. So that was a fantastic day. If you come and do only one day of this trail, it has to be this one. So we've just descended from the peak that we were at. There's a cow.
Sup?
Got milk? Okay. So we've just descended from the peak that we were at. It was a little bit hairy and it was a little bit muddy. But it was a very satisfying thing to not have to do again for a couple of years. No, it was super good. It was super good. I think that might have been the highest point that we're going to get to on all of the trails. That might have been the highest point that we get to on all of the trails. It was about 700 meters. And what a view we had. It was amazing. We could see the entire last day of the trail ahead of us, which was brilliant. I'm very pleased about that. So now it's just pretty much a straightforward walk to our hostel for the night. And then tomorrow we have like 16 kilometers of beach walking or something ridiculous. So it's going to be a shorts and shoes attached to the bag kind of a day. I'm really excited for that. So let's just go before it starts raining on us. If anything, I think it's going to work still. We're now halfway through our last day on the Dingle Way. Today has been really nice. We've pretty much just walked on the beach all day today. I think we've done about 10 kilometers on the beach, which is frankly like brilliant. Really good. And because yesterday was such a good day as well, it's made this trail really enjoyable. I kind of regret that on our second day we had kind of bad weather, because I think we would have gotten some incredible views and we would have been, or at least I would have been, more excited about the trail. And that kind of coloured the next few days, but for me at least. But it was really brilliant. Definitely a top class trail, definitely one I'll come back to do another time. Probably my second or third favourite trail. So yeah, and I think potentially our most challenging one as well, but I don't know if that's actually true. So we've got another probably 15 kilometers to go today to make it back to camp, and that's where we're going to finish the trail and then get back to Tralee tonight probably for some camping. In case I don't get to do it later, I would give this trail a 10 out of 10. It's only the second 10 out of 10 I'd give to a trail. The first one is to the Miners Way. So yeah, so now we're just going to drink some coffee. Ellie's mother and sisters are going to arrive shortly also, and do the last little bit with us, so that should be nice. And that's all I got. Go do this trail. So we're only about 10k from the end of the trail, and only about 2k from the end of our day, but the trail has decided to give us one final challenge of swimming. Thankfully, we did bring our kayak, so this should be easy. This actually looks like a full kilometre of flooded road. The thing is, I'm gonna have to take off my shoes and stuff. Well, I don't know how deep it is.
So I I kind of pulled something in my right foot with all the beach walking today. Carl was smart and put his shoes on for some of it, whereas I went with bare feet all day and my foot's really sore.
So, it's the morning of our 8th day on the Dingle Way. It's finally the last day. It's their 8th day, I think we've been walking 8 days.
It's day 7.
Nope. Tralee to camp.
Okay.
Camp to Annascaul.
Yeah.
Annascaul to Dingle.
Yeah.
Dingle to Dunquin.
Yeah.
Dunquin to that one campsite off Mount Brandon. Then Mount Brandon 6, Mount Brandon
There to the
yeah. So it's our 8th day on the canal. It's our 8th day canal. Wow, that was stuck 4 months ago. It's our 8th day on the Dingle Way. We've only got like 5 kilometers to walk before we get to the end. We just weren't able to do it yesterday because Ellie's foot was really sore, and also just time-wise wasn't really a great thing. So we are now almost there. Looks like we just have a couple of kilometers of more beach walking. What do you think of the trail, Ellie?
I'm eating.
Headed here first, folks.
I can't food. It's good. It's a nice trail.
Good work. Okay. Yeah, it's really, really good. Do it if you can. It gives you a real idea of what Irish walking is like. I think I would say that most of the other trails we've done have been longer bits of parts of this trail. So yeah, good, enjoyable. We're gonna walk to camp now and finish up, take the bus into Tralee, and then I have no idea what's next. It's not that impressive really. It's only like another 10 kg, it's barely a dent.
We've still got like a fairly decent